All right. What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Saint.
God damn, you came in with such energy there, bro.
And here we are again with the real energy, the real people, with the Real Talk podcast once again. Please introduce yourselves, gentlemen. Go for it.
Don Khalif.
What up? It's a big Shalom in the building. Woo woo.
And look. So, we got a special subject for y'all today. And in fact, Khalif would like to kick it off because I know you was already giving some good energy about it.
The question is it better to live with your parents at 18 or is it better to move out? And considering the fact that we all live with our parents, thought it might be a good discussion.
Hey.
Chill, though.
We at least moved out for a while, though.
Well, I mean...
That's right. We moved out for a while.
Even if it wasn't a choice.
I moved out.
Why?
I moved out for, 3 years?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Duh. College, right.
College.
Right.
I was thinking about being kicked out. But yeah, that too.
No, but I mean, I think this is going to be, like, because, like, we live in L.A. We all know that this is, like, the most expensive state to live... I mean, the most expensive city to live in. And it's, like, whatever money you're making at work, most of it's going to go to rent. So it's, like, what's the point of working to pay rent when you're, like, only, like, a paycheck away from living in the street?
Pretty much.
You know? So it's, like, would you rather live with your parents and just save that money, or would you rather work and move out, but most of your money is going to rent? That's the question I want to ask. So
you know what?
Oh, it just depends your job.
I'm already going to say that it depends on where you are. Because L.A., man, you better just stay with your folks, bro. You
Right.
better just stay with your folks.
Right.
Because ain't no such thing as, I'm just going to peacefully ascend my proper... Nah.
Right.
It's going to be a stressful time. You're going to be going through pain. I say that because I'm going through it right now.
Right. Same.
Like, I'm going through the BS with the whole trying to talk to these agents that don't apparently want business. Like, they just don't want money.
Right.
Like, I get that people are busy. But I called you like 21 times, though.
Right.
You make me look crazy.
No, but like, it's like, you know, living in like a big city like LA, New York, and it's more understandable to like want to live with your parents, because it's like if you're going to school and you're working and stuff, you're basically just saving all that money so you can buy buy real property, not like just like rent an apartment, but you can actually use that money to buy a house. That's what I'm doing, you know. And I think living with my parents, as much as it sucks, it's actually better. It's like more of a benefit than me just living by myself, because I can do it, but it's like my money will just be going to rent, you know. So through me living with my parents, I was able to save up, and I was able to still go to school, and it's all of that stuff. So that's, I mean, I don't know, man. I think that's you know. What do you think?
I would think that, if anything, I would say definitely move.
You say
you need that.
Definitely move at
Yeah.
18?
Oh no, don't be at 18. But you gotta move. Like, if you are not, if you are not in college, and you're just living at your folks' house.
Yeah.
I
That's
would
one
move.
thing. That's one
But
thing.
if you're someone that
Right.
is trying to do school and you're doing all these
Right,
things,
right.
then definitely chill at your folks'
Right.
home.
Yeah, if
Get
you're like,
your get your bearings, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
But I would say this though, because that experience is gonna pay off a very long way. But I would say instead in Los Angeles, we gotta stop with the whole. Cause look, I tried to do the living by myself thing. It's not easy to find, not easy to put together.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it would be better and beneficial if you were to room with your closest people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, find some homeboys, get your guys,
Mm-hmm.
each who you know are reliable, who can pay their due, and also someone that you can get along with, living at your place.
Right.
And you guys just split the rent equally. Whatever money y'all have on the side, you put that to something else, invest it, and you get that experience of independency.
I have friends who are doing that right now, and they hate it. Like, they're talking about like wanting to like just have a place for themselves. It's like with people, there's sometimes people don't have like the rent money, and drama happens and all that, and they're saying like they just want to just move out just by themselves. But I see your point though.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
cause honestly, see, look, that's the thing. They got people who aren't paying their rent.
right.
If the rent was an issue, then what else? Then what other problem would it be? Because, I mean, I don't know what they told you, but it sounds like they haven't told you that, oh, it's the other person's personality and anything like that. Nah.
Yeah.
The problem is they just ain't paying their end. So if I was rooming with you, I'd be like, yo, Khalif, and you, Jonathan, like, y'all can pay y'all rent. Like, I know that you guys will try to do your best to be people of your word.
Right.
So we don't
a little
so-
louder towards the mic.
Right.
I don't know how close it can pick up.
No, this thing picks up pretty good audio.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
But it would be wise for me to pick y'all instead of just any random person that I probably knew for like a couple of weeks, because I already know you guys are gonna try to do your best to fulfill y'all end. So we all don't end up homeless. So we all don't end up like, dang man, we got $50 short, bro, and
He's rocking in now.
golly, bro. All right, so what gotta say, Birdman? I see you doing a head rub.
I believe that our definition of what we were defining moving out as, going to college, I believe that's like a semi move out. That's not a full, I don't consider that moving out really. I consider that like a partial move out. First off, for the fact that I wasn't there year round. Second off, it was school related, It was only because of school was the reason why I moved out. I didn't actually move out because I wanted to move out. I had a better opportunity or whatever else. I moved out because of school. So I mean, if it's school related, I totally think you should move out on your own. Everybody should experience moving out on their own.
Right.
Like Joseph was saying, it's about the experience and also your memories, man. That's your college life there. You don't want to spend a lot of your college lifetime driving back and forth, just being a typical college student.
Right.
Driving from your house to campus to your house, campus, house, campus, whatever, back and forth, back. That's not nice. That's just kind of crap.
Right.
And living there brings you more opportunities to socialize, more opportunities to get involved and whatever else. And yeah, sure, rent does suck wherever the hell you choose to live. But like Joseph was saying, grab some friends, live with some friends that are able to put up their worth and put up their ends and pay their rent and pay whatever bills they have to, and then also provide grocery money and do this and do that. That's what me and one of my really close friends are planning on doing. Once I graduate, we're kind of looking for an apartment together, probably.
You're not looking for apartments in LA though, right?
No.
Out of state.
It'll be in California, but not in
California?
Los Angeles specifically.
Oh yeah, hey, look, let the
Just
camera
depends
know.
where your work
Right.
takes us.
Right.
I'm still trying to apply for jobs and figure stuff out. Once he applies and once he figures stuff out, if he can find something out of state, then by all means we'll go out of state.
Right.
But if he's staying local, then by all means we'll stay local.
That's not a problem.
I mean, I feel like though it's like
Just depends your job for how much you're really providing on rent, honestly. Because if you're working just a typical 9-to-5 job that's like minimum wage or close to it, yeah, I'm sorry, most of your money is probably going to be towards rent. But if you're a little higher up and you're getting a couple $5-10 extra more than minimum wage, then you're going to have some spending money and you're going to be able to do stuff with it.
But I feel like your money will go out, you'll have more to do with your money, if you're living in some boring state like Nebraska or something, right? How much is the rent in Nebraska?
Okay, but pay is different out there, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Pay is nowhere near as California, bro.
True.
Our minimum wage here, let's say it's like 15, 17 an hour or something. Out in Nebraska, bro, it could be 12.
True, that is true. I didn't think about that.
So it's it's completely different. Because I've thought about stuff like that too.
Right.
I'm like, oh, dude, without a doubt, if I had the money, or if I had a job out here that I could get out in Nebraska and I'd be getting paid the same amount, I have so much money, but minimum wage is different, payments different, everything is so different out no matter anywhere else. We're just so used to California. We're just so used to jobs out here. We're just so used to hearing stories about jobs and moving out and everything from California based.
Yeah.
Because that's all we know.
Right.
But you know what? Look, Khalif, that's why I told you before, man. And for people that are listening, do your best to find yourself a job where you can travel. Work from home. Those are the best ones. And I'm going to tell you why. Your pay rate will stay the same from where you are. If you are based and located in Los Angeles, you will get paid the same rate that you are having in Los Angeles. So if you were based over here, you're working from home, you're doing online, work from work from the phone. You already know, you're working from your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You could be
right
far away in Texas, Arizona.
That's
you
what
could
I'm
be in
doing.
all these places, but you're still getting paid the same rate from when you were living in Los Angeles, from when you were living over there?
I just came back from Arizona, and like literally just like on a train there, I was just doing work, you know, and just getting paid. It's fun, but you know.
See, and you get paid the same money. You're not getting the Arizona minimum wage.
Right.
I mean,
Getting a little back to the main topic, you know. So what how do you feel about moving out at 18 versus staying with your parents? And by 18 we mean, you know, like 18 plus.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, you know, you're moving out. It's
For sure.
It's on a question. But so what do you think about 18 and moving out, or 18 and like what's an age range that you could say is nice to move out in?
Honestly, like if you're living like I said, like if you're living in LA, it's more understandable if you move out later. Maybe for me personally, it would be like 25, right? Because like at that point, I'll have enough money saved up. I can do something. I can do whatever I want with that money, right? But just to answer your question personally, for me, I just feel like, I just feel like, you know, 25 would be like the age. But for like my parents are like moving out the country anyway,
right.
so I'm basically gonna be living there, like, you know, anyway. So now I don't really have a reason to move. But does that? What was your other question? My bad. Like my mind just like.
No, I mean you answered it.
Yeah, no, that was it.
But what else? What else?
Your
What
thoughts
else
on
did
it?
you ask?
Just what's the age range that you would say, and then also just what are your thoughts on 18 and moving out?
Yeah. Also too, like I think it just depends on like what you want, man. Cause like I'm not staying in my room just like playing video games and sleeping all day. Like I'm in school, I'm working, I have 2 jobs. Like I'm building money and I'm doing all this stuff. So it's like I'm being productive about it. You know what I mean? I'm not just like just sleeping, waiting for my mom to cook me breakfast. You know, that's not what I'm doing. But I think it's like we all said. You know, it depends on what you want. You know, if you want to go to like school, like college and stuff, I think it's better like to move out and have that experience in a dorm room. But if you're someone who wants to work and you know, do other things at the same time while going to school, maybe staying with your parents is a better I don't know, maybe it's just better.
Why
is it better?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, from my standpoint, I have 2 jobs and I'm going to school.
Okay, so shouldn't you be able to, within those 2 jobs, be able to afford some kind of rent? Sorry, I'm just doing this.
No, you're good. Yeah,
just to start something.
Well,
a discussion.
Well, you know, my thing is, my dad told me that when he was my age, he was living with his parents, and he was working 2 jobs, and this is like the 90s, so you know, houses were like a lot cheaper. So he was able to buy 2 houses. He was able to buy a cabin in Big Bear, and he was able to buy a house in LA. So he said that through him being able to live with his parents and his dad not charging him rent and stuff, or I think he did charge him rent, but not that much rent. So he was able to buy properties and stuff. So he told me, he was like, son, look, if you're gonna stay here, I don't want you to buy like designer clothes. If you're not gonna buy designer clothes, if you're not gonna spend your money on stupid stuff, and if you're gonna use that money to buy a house or use it as like a down payment or buy stocks or something productive, I'll let you stay here rent free only if you're gonna use that money for that. Like that's the only thing. I'm like, you can't say no to that, you know. So that's what I'm doing.
So see, in that case, you know, from your point of view, from your lifestyle, I would totally agree with that.
Right.
Without a doubt, I would say I'm staying home then.
Right.
Because your dad pretty much just told you, keep all the money that you're making and use it productively, something that's going to be beneficial for either your future. Well, yeah, your future.
Right.
Because saving it's going to be beneficial for your future. Stocks, beneficial for your future. Property, beneficial for your future. Okay, so in that instance, then yeah, I'd probably have the same mindset. But you know, I feel like a lot of people work to pay off for schooling. And if that's the case, then I would also agree, you know, live at home. Or live in a very minimal rent area where you're not paying too much. But I really think, you know, by 18, you should want to try and move out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just for the experience, just for the memories, just for the time being. Even if you move out by yourself. Just to be able to say you moved out, you've experienced what it's like to not live with your parents. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're eventually going to have to move out.
Oh, yeah.
or your parents aren't going to be around forever.
Mm-hmm.
As sad as that is, and as shitty as that could be, your parents aren't around forever.
Right.
So you got to eventually realize, like, I got to move out on my own. I got to get my life together. I got to do this. I got to do that. No matter how much saving, no matter how much doing, whatever, you got to eventually move out. And I think, by 18, you're more mature to where you're able to make those decisions. And you're able to, especially after living on my own for 2-3 months, I was capable of, financially being responsible. Being able to be responsible with my money and say, oh, do I really want this? Do I need this? Am I going to buy this? And all that kind of stuff. And going out and whatever else. And that just comes with maturity. And that also just comes with moving out and living on your own.
I also say,
being
too,
financially responsible. Because when you're with your parents, like you were saying, all you're doing is just pretty much saving.
Right.
Saving. That's really financially responsible. But it's like, once you move out, you're going to want to buy things.
Right.
Food's not going to be given to you. Rent's not going to be given to you. Water's not going to be given to you. Stuff like all this stuff is going to be given to you. So, you got to financially be able to balance and be responsible for your stuff.
Right. And also, too, like, I agree with everything you said. But, like, for me personally, it will be a lot different for me than most people. Because it's, like, the way the house is set up, it's, like, we have, my room isn't connected to like the main house. It's like I have like a side house where I'm basically living, and like the main house is like where they're at. And like, cause like the guest house, it was like under construction and stuff, right? So I basically, out of my money, I dropped maybe like $4K just to like fix it up and stuff and add the features and stuff. So by the time I do move out, it's like, they have another room that's going to be like, so they can like rent that out if they wanted to, or Airbnb that part. So it's like, yeah, and when I don't pay rent. My parents are cool enough where I don't have to pay rent, but it's like, if I'm not paying rent, I'm going to have to do something, right? So sometimes like I'll help my dad pay like a bill or something, or I'll take him out to like a really nice restaurant or something like that every month.
Yeah, give and take.
You got to do something. Like,
you just can't
because
off your parents,
because it's just about covering the difference of not abusing your parents.
Yeah. All right. We experienced a little technical difficulties, but we are back.
A word from our sponsors. Me. Going back to what we was talking about. We just gotta draw a line between your folks helping you and you just completely abusing that help.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a difference made. And look, y'all already know, and this could be a wake-up call for y'all, but if y'all just at home doing nothing, not making life better for yourself in no way, shape, or form than yesterday, better get your butt off that bed before I come in there. And don't ask how I found out. Just know that you will be getting to work. I'm playing. We're trying to be a positive influence.
He's
and
totally
that's how we're
joking,
gonna stay.
please.
Yeah, please don't demonetize me, dog. I just started this whole YouTube thing. I don't know better.
His name is Saint, if anything, so you can get at him.
But yeah, no, just like, because I feel like it's gonna be wrong if you're doing nothing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, because like in your position, it's like, hey, look, like there's a give and take. There's a, hey, look, Khalif, yeah, you can stay here, you can do these things, but you got to be able to put in for your own life. And that's the thing, it's for your life, it's for your benefit. Mm-hmm. That's a luxury. That's a good blessing to have. Like, if people out here getting like people that not get lazy with that opportunity, it just kills me, bro.
Yeah,
because it's like, bro, like people be out here struggling, trying to get there.
Right.
Like, hey, all they want is a chance. But hey, like, my boy, I respect you because you're taking that chance and you're not abusing it.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna keep that up.
Right.
But that's what I would say about that. Your thoughts?
Let's hear it.
Let me get my water, dog.
Big shalom.
The best talker out of all of us. Let's get it.
I appreciate that. I kind of agree with, everything we've been saying, for the fact that if you're in school, just full-time school with like little side gigs or side jobs, nothing like a crazy full-time or part-time job, then yeah, I think moving out would probably be the best answer for you. Moving out would bring you independence, teach you maturity, and be able to mature you real quick, because you'll be entered into the kind of like the real world. As much as people say once you're done with college, that's the real world, moving out, you're pretty much on the real world. Regardless if you're in school or not, that's kind of the real world. Because you've grown up from you were a baby till the end of high school with, your parents. Your parents providing you a meal. Your parents providing you some kind of money. Your parents maybe providing you transportation. Your parents being around, or your parents being in your life to some degree. That now, you're off in college, moved out on yourself. You're like, oh shit, where do I start?
Right.
Oh, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I do? Everything is up to you now. But if you're in school and you're really working hard also with a job, I kind of could see where, maybe living with your parents might not be the worst idea.
Right.
But I really do think even with school and a job that you should, not you, but whoever should try living on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's something about living on your own that just teaches you, matures you, and just, it's something that, like, I wish I didn't move out. I wish I stayed out. I wish I want to move out.
Mm-hmm.
Once I'm done with schooling, I'm planning on moving out somewhere. I mean, I'm going to save up, this whole summer, just save up a lot of money and try and find a place and just move out. But then again, if you're not in college and you're just working and whatever else, I think maybe moving out wouldn't be horrible for you. It really just does depend. And, it depends on a lot of things, but I truly think the mindset of it also depends on how close you are with your parents.
Right.
Because if you're not going to college and whatever else, your parents must have been okay with that decision. Your parents must be close with you where you're able to tell them that this decision and do whatever you're trying to do instead of going to college.
Right.
So if you have a close relationship, then why move out? But, if you're iffy with them, then, okay, fine, I understand it. But, like, I don't know, I truly think everyone should, move out within their college years or college ages, because it just teaches you so much, and it's something that you just want to keep, kind of. Because once you experience it, you kind of don't want to give it up.
Right.
Am I wrong?
No,
I mean, like,
that's all
when
we want is the independence.
When you moved out and you were on your own and you were out in even if it was the dorms that you were living in, because I was also, you're still, I mean, it's not like a full move out like I was going on earlier, but it's still moving out. And it's still like, I want that back.
Man, let me tell you, though.
Like, I want to get back to that life.
What it is it's the dependence that I always want. It's because, look, for me, like, my ultimate, like, as far as career, as far as life, as far as anything, is independence. I don't want to be reliant on anything or anybody. And so feeling that, just even if it was for like a good couple years, that was independence that I will never forget. And I love independence. And I believe it's important, especially for our development, especially as men.
Right.
To have independence, to not be reliant, especially for our background as well, for us to be dependent on ourselves and be able to be reliant to where other people can rely on us, such as, family members. If you plan on getting married, then your partner, children, they can rely on you, and you can do that role in the most best way possible that benefits everybody.
So,
but not straying from it. Like, it feels good, it feels great. Independence is always good, or for me at least.
Mm-hmm. Getting into the discussion of, children and, families, wives, partners, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys feel about, leaving your fortune to your kids, or versus not really leaving your kids with much?
Listen, man.
What are your guys' opinions on that?
Do you want to start or do it?
Man. Hey, listen. You want rock, paper, scissors with it? Hey, man, we can rock.
Oh, wait. I thought it was rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's why.
It should be shoot, bro. It
Nice.
should be shoot, bro.
Shoot.
It's shoot.
Bro, I love we practicing peace on this podcast. Man.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's crazy. Yo, so I 3 cuts.
Nah, he got it.
All right, go ahead.
Let me just say this, all right?
He said 2 out of 3.
Something that really, really just confuses me when, like, these billionaires and millionaires, they say that they're not going to leave their kids with anything, and all their money is going to go to charity and their foundations and stuff, and they're not going to leave their kids with anything because they don't want to spoil them. I think that's, like, the most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, because they're already spoiled. They're living in mansions. They might not be driving, like, Ferraris and stuff, but they're living in big mansions. They have the connections to whatever school they want. If they want to go to Harvard, they can go to Harvard if they wanted to because of the connection they have. So it's like they're gonna be spoiled anyway. And money is not what makes them spoiled.
Cooking.
It's how the way the parents raise them. If at an early age, if a parent tells them to take care of money, and don't look at this as like something where it's like, oh, okay, I can do whatever I want. I can blow this money. I can do whatever I want with it. If you tell the kid, I made this, now I'm going to give this to you, but I want you to respect money. I don't want you to go crazy with it. I want you to respect money. That kid is not going to be spoiled. If I was a millionaire and I had like a kid, I was 16, it's like, you're not getting a Ferrari. You're going to get a nice car, but you're not getting a Ferrari.
Come on now.
But I'm going to teach you, like, all right, yeah, when I die, all of this, if I have properties or assets, it's going to be yours for sure. But I'm going to teach you at an early age to respect all of this stuff because you see me working hard for it. So that means that you can't just blow the money off. You can't do whatever you want with it and go crazy with it if you see me working hard for it.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to right there, that whole segment, I'm gonna need you to put in the edits of the all up in there, dog, because that was
right.
You spin.
Right.
You spin right there, dog. And that's real.
What do you think?
So, yo, Jonathan, you wanna do rock paper scissors too? What's up, dog?
Nah, you got it. Psych, I lied. Let's hit them.
Let's go. Come on, dog. You right now. I'm a lefty anyway, dog.
Just about to leave going too.
Hey, put in the comment section below who you think about to win this.
All right, we're going on shoot.
Spoiler alert,
so
don't be me.
it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's crazy.
Cause it's crazy. The winner's gonna be me. The winner's gonna be me. Anyways, Shaq has
Don't
a
do
good
drugs,
quote.
kids.
Shaq has a quote
What's this
where he says, I think it's something along the lines of, I need to have my kids show me at least 1 or 2 degrees before we talk money. He said, I'm not giving my children anything. He said,
until they have a degree?
I don't give a rat's ass. And you know how freaking rich Shaq is, man. Not only from his playing days, this guy hosts Inside the NBA. He's on TNT every single night almost. He's on all commercials. He's sponsored and getting so much money through advertisements and different stuff. He said, till my kids can show me, I think it's 2 degrees, I don't want to talk money. I'm not.
That's
gonna
fair
do
though. I mean,
anything
2
with
degrees.
So-
That's fair.
so that
Absolutely.
goes back to, your parents, because he sees that they've put in the hard work to get those 2 degrees. Because let's be real, getting 2 degrees ain't easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 years minimum in undergrad, maybe 3.5 if you rush it, or 3 year, whatever, 3, 4, 5 years in undergrad. And then you got more schooling after that, which could be 2 to 10 years, depending on what you're trying to do. That in that example, that shows him, my kids worked hard. My kids have worked hard to make the money and to be where they're at right now. Where, okay, fine, I can spoil them, or maybe leave my money or leave my properties or leave my assets, whatever it may be, to them when I die, because they've worked for it, they've earned it. And the fact that if your parents are rich and you really don't have to work too much, and your parents give you your money, do you really deserve it? I don't think so. You haven't worked. I think if your parents are rich, regardless of how, my parents could be multi-billionaires for all I care, I still want to make my own money. I would still have the grind and still have show them the effort that I'm still doing whatever I can on my own to make money.
Right.
Because I don't want to be brought into wealth, or I don't want to be carried on with wealth and have wealth just be brought onto me from death or something.
Exactly.
I'd feel guilty. I'd feel like I didn't deserve this money because I didn't work for it. I feel like if you work for it and if you put in the time and effort and you can actually show that I've done this and I've accomplished this much, then I think, sure, some of your parents' assets can definitely be, towards you.
Let me ask you this then. All right, let's take money out of the discussion. And what about if it was like a house, like a property that was passed down from family member to family member, and then all of a sudden you get that?
Well, yeah. If that's the case, if it's being passed down from generations, then yeah. But if it's like...
But why not money then?
You gotta earn it, man.
But what about the
You
house?
gotta work
You got to
for it.
earn the house too.
If that's being passed down, money's not being passed down. How did I
It can be.
How did I get my money? I worked hard for it. How am I gonna get my money? I'm working hard for it. I'm not asking my parents for money. I'm not expecting when my parents die, which hopefully won't be for a long time, I'm not asking them to give me money. I hope that their money doesn't go towards us. I hope that they do something with their money. right before they die, or right before, I don't know. I hope they do. Like, I don't need their money because I want to be able to work hard for it. And that's what I really think comes down to it. And I'd have a similar mindset to Shaq. Maybe not 2 degrees, but let's say I do become super successful. Let's say I do become a millionaire. Not even a millionaire. Let's say I do have, I'm really financially stable and I'm really fine off on my own financial. Like, I'm really good. Like, I'm considered rich.
Right.
I would want to know that my money's being brought to my kids with a proper mindset. And their
you do
success,
that by not spoiling them.
But I do that by having them work hard for their money that they already have. And me seeing them, even if they're not making money, even if they're just grinding in school, grinding year after year after year, and I see them getting these degrees and doing something and really, really working hard, by all means, take all my fortune, take all my assets, take a house, take this, take that, whatever. But, I feel like, yeah, sure, it comes down to, also spoiling them. You don't want to spoil your kids into being rich, into having that money lifestyle. And, I mean, it does suck because a lot of famous people, that's how their kids are brought up.
Yeah.
But a lot of these famous people also, their kids try to have that mindset to, make a name for themselves. Try to do their own stuff. I mean, this name might not be the most popular name on the block right now, but I'm going to just shoot him out there. Will Smith.
I knew you were going to say Will Smith. I knew it. That's crazy.
Look at his children.
Keep the homie's name.
I mean, look at his children, bro. You have Jaden or whatever, who's performing, or Willow or whatever. Willow's the daughter. She's performing her own music. She's been in music festivals. Right. She has her own stuff. But you have Jaden, who's been acting, who's making his own music and stuff.
But Jaden was able to act because of his dad, because of his connections. So that kid is spoiled because you think he couldn't make Karate Kid if his dad wasn't Will Smith?
He got a foot in the door.
Yeah, he got a foot.
So he was lucky enough to have a famous person help him.
Right.
But anyone can act, and not anyone can act. Mm-hmm. To be able to act and be able to do what he did takes a lot of talent. It's just a matter of the fact that he had that connection to get in.
He has Will Smith as his dad.
Yeah, sure. His dad
as his mom.
I mean,
his dad has a connection.
Right.
Hey, look. But it's just like any other time. Mm-hmm. Any other time you get a person that has a connection in the foot, you get your foot in the door. That's the same thing. It just so happens that he has a celebrity connection. But at the end of the day, besides for that movie, look at what else he's done for himself. He's come out with a lot of music. He's been able to perform at multiple music festivals. He's probably been in some movies or some TV shows.
But the average person can't do that, though. You know what I mean?
But the average person can't put out music. The average person can't put out music.
Hold on, John.
Not the way
the average person can't put out music.
Not the way he did, though.
What do you mean? Look at all these rappers that are coming out from the hood that are fucking making a name for themselves, a big name for themselves, mind you. Not even a Jaden Smith name, bro. Ain't no one knows who the hell this is.
But you said Jaden Smith as a.
But look at these bigger rappers. Well, yeah, because he built a name for himself. Because he's built. Yeah, sure, he has a connection, but he's branched off of his dad.
Was brought up in Calabasas, brought up in a multi-million-dollar house, has Will Smith as a dad, has Jada Pinkett as a mom, has all these connections. They have their own film company. And look, of course you can have of course you can do whatever you want at that point.
But he still worked hard on his own.
I agree.
So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So he's worked hard on his own name and built something off of his own name. Yeah.
But Jonathan, what you're saying is that
I don't care about the connections. He's built off something from his own name. So in that way, his dad could see my son is successful in his own name. Yeah, sure, he might have connections through us and whatever else, but he's also built his own connections through the years and years that he's trying to branch off and build his own name up. So in that case, if I was like a Will Smith, I'd leave my fortunes to my children because I could see they're both working hard to build a name for themselves, and they've both put enough effort and time into their names, and they're only continuing from here. They're only trying to get bigger from here. They're only going to produce more music, be in more films, do more dances, whatever else they're doing, record more video, whatever they're doing, they're only building their name up from here. They're not just going to give up.
What were you saying, Joseph?
I was going to say, bro, opportunity and spoiled with y'all is the same coin. It's about your perspective on it.
What do you mean?
I mean, with you calling it spoiled. With you call it opportunity. How y'all reflect it is just a different outcome, but it's both the same exact thing. For me, I'm gonna consider it, it's an opportunity. Cause spoiled is just that it's just a negative connotation of like you got this, but you're not really doing anything with it. Cause that's what really spoiled comes as. Like we only call something spoiled if like, hey, look, like you have this, you have the car, you have the home, but you're not
It's just if
appreciative of
you're-
it.
So I guess you're right. It's just
Your way of
handed-
looking at it.
You're handed a bunch of stuff, but
Yeah.
you're not working for it.
But yeah, if you're someone
not
who's
doing
like,
anything.
but if you're someone who's like Kobe, you have all these things. You know, your father's an NBA star. You lived in Italy, bro. You moved from Italy. Like, you got the opportunity to be a pop player yourself. I'm not gonna call the man spoiled. Yeah, he has a leg up, but he worked hard for what he had to get.
Who?
For Kobe, but for him, it would be considered an opportunity. It wouldn't be considered as spoiled. I wouldn't
No.
consider the man spoiled. For him, it would be an opportunity. So
Well,
yeah,
it's because
just
they came from
different
nothing.
person.
They came from nothing. Even when Kobe was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
they still. I mean, his dad was able to, but they still really came from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They were considered like an average. And then once he, right out of high school, boom, went into the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Made so much money. But going back to the topic, I feel if I had kids, and let's say I'm Elon Musk even, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where let's be real, Elon Musk's kids right now, they don't have to work a single day in their life. Not even a day, a single second in their life.
Right.
They don't have to do anything for their entire life. But if I was Elon Musk, I would still want to know that my kids are capable of making money. That my kids are capable of being financially stable. That my kids are capable of putting in work and time and effort into whatever career path that they want to go into, regardless of my background, regardless of the connections that I have, regardless of who I am as a person. I want them to be able to build a name for themselves. And let's say they do, then, but like I was saying, by all means, take my fortune, take my assets, take whatever I own, because you've worked hard for it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that you put in the time and the effort and the energy for it, so take it. It's just, there are a lot of times where, your parents own a business that's doing really successful, crazy, making a lot of money. And what happens? Your parents just probably give you the business and you don't know what to do with it, or even if you do know what to do with it, you're just kind of inherited all that money. But did you really earn it? Did you really deserve that business?
But a lot of millionaires and a lot of billionaires, a lot of them got their money from inheritance,
But they were smart with it. They were making moves with their money. They weren't just inheriting that money and just saying, okay, well, now I'm rich now. I'm just going to have billions of dollars. I'm just going to have millions of dollars.
Hey, look, I would say, honestly, man, forget the whole, we gotta get it out the mud. Gotta get it on our own. Storytell, like, listen, like, I get it. I get that it's fun. And it's respectable. It's commendable.
Right.
I rock with it. But honestly, bro, I'm trying to be like the Rockefellers, man. Have that money go on for generation to generation to generate. Wealthy?
That's me.
That's the goal. What? Yeah, no, like, obviously, I'm going to let my children know the value of money,
Right.
the value of earning your money, the value of understanding that, hey, yo, this is a legacy that was built off of hard work and working smart.
Right.
And you are getting that passed down to you.
Yeah.
So you can bring that to your next and next after that.
Exactly.
But man,
that's
I would
passing down,
never.
That's passing down knowledge, though, not passing down wealth.
Oh no,
Because you're passing down the knowledge to your children to be wealthy.
Right.
You know what? On that case, man, look, this is what I would say. Really, you just hit the point on the head. It just depends on your mentality. Because I'll say this: I'm that person who has the knowledge. I can give someone $1 million worth of information, but that won't mean shit because I don't have $1 million. I can't show that I have that. But if I have the opportunity by having that, like Khalif, you already know. If someone gave you
It's
100,000,
dawn.
if someone gave you that 100,000, you would be able to flip that and make something out of it, wouldn't you? With what you know,
More likely, yes.
more than likely.
Because
A lot of people just
I'm
won't know.
very cheap. I'm very cheap and I'm very frugal. So
But more than
likely,
just being
yeah.
frugal, you know how to make money work for you.
yeah.
So yeah, no, the knowledge is important, especially. But it really don't mean a lot if you don't have the money. Like I can go to someone who is a professional at
How do
making
you
hats,
gain the
right?
money? By your knowledge, though.
Just be this example real quick. Like I can go to somebody who runs a fantastic, sells cabbages for a living, right? If you get the reference, you got the reference. But
Avatar.
Exactly.
Right.
But you know, if this man sells cabbages for a living, right? And this man's telling me everything about the stock market and how I should do this and that and the third and this and everything, but he doesn't have the results to show it. Not saying you should judge the book by cover, but to slightly look at the cover and think, does this book know what it's talking about? Or is it just the encyclopedia of things? Like I would say, like for us, because for me, I would say my biggest frustration is, dog, I have the plan, I have it all, but I don't have the resources. And the resources I know are not going to be given to me.
Bro, we've spoken about multiple business ideas.
Exactly.
Multiple business things.
And they're all things that can be doable. But we're not in a position to do it.
Yeah, okay.
So wouldn't it be the best thing to say that, hey, look, that finance, yeah, you'll get that leg up because you'll be able to do it faster.
Yeah.
Like for us, yeah, we got to work it, we got to make something happen. We got to get it our own.
Right. And also, I have something to say. I was watching this documentary on Bruce Lee. Awesome guy, bro. Like, I learned a lot from Bruce Lee. Great. He's inspiring, right?
Yeah.
But he had this interview where he said that he's not going to leave his kids with anything because he's going to leave them with something that's greater, and that's knowledge. And that's great. And I completely agree with that, but knowledge doesn't pay the bills. You know what I mean?
It don't.
It's better to leave your kids with both knowledge and something and like assets or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up?
I agree, but I also think, he might not lend them down any money, but he's giving them knowledge on what to do with money. He's giving them knowledge on being productive, being financially stable, being well off on your own without having a dad as however much money he has.
What you would do instead, the best way, so you know that you're getting the knowledge, but you're also giving them the cash at the same time, give them a raise. Like in Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, man.
What do you mean give him a raise?
Give him a raise. Listen, because in
Pay my children.
Exactly, pay him.
What am I paying him?
Right. Why? Why?
Nah, look.
Put him
If
to
you
work.
read, if you read that,
Child labor laws, man.
relax, bro.
No,
Listen. I'm about to teach y'all something. What I'm gonna say is that teaching the fundamentals of money by pretty much just having them learn already how life already is outdoors. Because in that Robert Kiyosaki book, how he said like his rich dad would put him to work, and from that he learned the lesson of like, I don't want to be a worker. Perfect. Okay, you already have the mindset of you don't want to work. You already know how it feels to work. All right, so now you're gonna put him in the mindset of how to make the money, which is passing that knowledge, but also communicating to them how they can really use that money at the same time.
Yeah, so just to wrap everything up, my personal belief is just about everything, I think it's just important just to save money because through money you gain freedom and you can do whatever you want with that. And I think the earlier you start, the better. And if saving money, if living with your parents is going to help you save money, by all means. Or if you feel like you can do it all by yourself while living maybe in a dorm or something like that, and you can still make money, by all means, whatever works for you. But I think it's also important just to pass down knowledge and education, as well as something that you can leave your kids with when you die, because that's what I'm working for. I think that's what most people work for. And just the balance, the balance is key, knowledge and leaving something. So that's what I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I would just say that in my case, I would say that definitely leave them that cash. Pass it on. That's to me, that's the goal. Is because for me, I will always believe in being independent is number one goal, and having that passed along through the family for generations to come would be just amazing. That'd be the ultimate blessing to have. And past that, yeah, just being able to educate your children on what to do with that money, and also teaching them the value of that money. it'll keep them from being spoiled and keep them from just abusing the blessing that is given to them.
First off, this was a great topic, bro. This was a great discussion.
Yes, sir.
We were going back at it with each other,
It's
but
slow.
you know, it was nice. You know, that's why I love podcasts. You know, I like the discussion. I like the arguments that we were getting back and forth at with each other.
Right.
But you know, to wrap everything up, I think, you know, everything that we kind of touched base was said amongst you too. You know, just pass down knowledge and money are the two things that are going to bring you most success in life.
Right.
And if you pass down knowledge and wealth to your children, then they're going to be fine. But if you just pass down one or the other, you're probably going to have problems with it.
Appreciate y'all once again. Peace, y'all.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. We are a little late, but we will be posting weekly. Please let us know what you guys thought about today's discussion. If you guys have any questions or topics that you want us to discuss, if you guys enjoy anything that we said or anything that we've done, please like, comment, subscribe. Big Shalom is out.
Peace.